This tutorial focuses on the improved Cramer toxic hazard classification, commonly referred to as Cramer Profiler, within QSAR Toolbox. The Cramer Profiler comprises a compilation of 33 structural alerts defined in accordance with the Cramer paper. The rules are organized as a decision tree, classifying chemicals into three hazard categories: low, intermediate, and high. The original Cramer rules have been peer-reviewed by experts from EFSA and ECHA. Cramer classification plays an important role in the regulatory evaluation of chemicals within the threshold of toxicological concern framework. Since the toxic hazard classification by Cramer is a profiling scheme, the results should not be interpreted as predictions. The improved Cramer profiler provides detailed and transparent explanations of the profiling results, which can be further reported following a specifically designed template. The profiler can be applied on a single chemical or list of chemicals, as well as it can be used for categorization purposes. Let's get started. We are going to profile a chemical using the Cramer profiler. For this purpose, we use input by identification number, which is 106263. Three chemicals are found. Select the chemical with high CAS smiles relationship. After that, go to profiling section where find and select the Cramer profiler. It belongs to the general mechanistic list of profilers. Click Apply button. The profiling result is shown in the data matrix. It consists of two parts: the general classification, which is low class 1 for our target chemical, and additional profiling result, which is a sequence of yes/no outcomes of the rules the substance passed through. This result is very useful for grouping chemicals and making read across. To see more details about the profiling result, we need to double-click on the cell containing the profiling result. A new dialog appears where we can select a single row and for details. Let's select low and then ask for details. The profiler browser opens, and on the left, we can see the complex Cramer classification decision tree. Each node represents a rule. To simplify the visualization, select Show Decision Path Only. Only the nodes passed by the target chemical are shown. Green indicates that the chemical met the rule's requirements, whereas red indicates that the target chemical did not match rule. Now let's look on the right part of the screen. Here is the section of the profiling result. It starts with the final outcome assigned to the chemical, which is actually the general Cramer classification. In our case, this is low class 1. More details about the assigned general classification can be found if click on the result. A short description of the low class 1 is provided, including examples and literature reference. To return back to the initial profiling path result, we should go to the tab Profiling Path. A red result in brackets appears is next to the final outcome. This is an additional explanation provided for some of the rules. In this example, the flag is associated specifically with the definition of the Rule 16. The other part of the profiling result is the so-called profiling path, which comes below the final outcome. In the same way, the profiling result is displayed in the data matrix. More details about the profiling path can be seen here. The general information of the profiling path consists of information about the rule that is passed by the chemical, as well as the yes or no answers from each rule. In addition, the smiles notation of the chemical is also provided for completeness, which is especially useful in case it is a hydrolyzing chemical. The rules names are also provided in the profiling path details. The target chemical passed through rules 1 to 7 with a no answer to the rules requirements, which included normal constituents to the body, common carbohydrate, heterocyclic, and so on. From Rule 7, the target chemical proceeded to Rule 16, where it responded yes to the requirements for a common terpene. The yes answer of the R16 node resulted to the final outcome low class 1. The arrows in front of each row here open a short description of the rule. Let's open it for R16. More details about a specific rule could be seen if click directly the no or yes results. Let's do it for the yes result of R16. Click the yes and we see detailed mechanistic justification of the Rule 16. This justification contains exhaustive information about the original definition of the rule, how the rule is interpreted and implemented in the system, example chemicals, and references. To return back to the profiling path, select the corresponding tab, Profiling Path. A summary of the profiling result is provided at the bottom of the page. Finally, let's export the results. To do this, we click the Export as PDF button at the top of the page. Here we could keep the name generated by the system or replace with more appropriate, and after that save the file. The file is automatically open and all the profiling details are included in it. To see details about the general class and mechanistic justification, URLs are provided which open the requested information through internet. The second example chemical has identification number 113451. Let's go to the input and enter this chemical. After that, use the Cramer profiler profile the chemical. It is classified as high class 3. Double-click in the cell to explain the result. Pay attention to the label at the end of each row. It ends with metabolite 1 or 2. The reason is that this chemical is hydrolyzed before passing through the nodes. In this case, when we have a hydrolyzing chemical, each hydrolysis product is evaluated individually. The final result is based on the worst-case scenario. In the current case, metabolite 1 is profiled as low class 1, while metabolite 2 is profiled as high class 3. The final classification for the target substance is high class 3. Congratulations! You are now familiar with the Cramer toxic hazard classification in QSAR Toolbox. More examples are coming soon. Stay tuned. Contact QSAR Help Desk for technical questions. If your question concerns policy or regulatory acceptance of Toolbox results within EU regulations of ECHA's competence, please refer to the ECHA website directly.